A bitch. We need some more of these little jutting out bits here and there to stop some of these meteors coming in. Losing a lot of shit to damage. Lovely. It works for your single survivor. What's this, Max? Is this what you posted on Discord earlier? Yeah. I don't like the idea of just using liquid to stop them, though. It isn't really what I want to do. I mean, that's good for holding it for now, but that's not really what I want to do. Meh. Meh. But they don't actually go through oil. Even though they can path through it, they won't go through it. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. This stuff is priority 8. I'm not sure why they're doing this before this. It's a little bit annoying. Probably because they've come up here without any gold. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I think this is going to hatch before we can get anything up here. We can try getting the eggs collected. Critter egg. Son of a bitch. Critter egg. Shovel egg. I think it will slow down the hatching if they're inside. So what I'd like to do is be able to pipe in my regolith, drop it in here, and let them eat it. That's the dream, really. Nice. So there's one of them picked up. The other one's down there. Lovely. Yeah, so they get growth suppressed if they're in a compactor. So it's losing viability, but it's not incubating at the minute, so that is good. That rocket needs cover or it'll be expensive to fix. No, rockets don't take any damage, Frankie. They don't take damage from meteors at all. I've just realised I've not given my dupes access in here. There we go. So I want to make sure everything in here is a low priority, really. So realistically, these should be done first. This doesn't need any priority at all. Neither does this stuff. And yeah, everything else can be like a 5. I just want everybody to just do what needs to be done. We've only got a couple of spare dupes because 6 of them are constantly doing power. So what do rockets do for you? So rockets allow you to go to further asteroids. They allow you to go to different asteroids in space. So we have this overlay. And these are all the places we can go to. And they're all at different distances. And they've all got different materials. Which allows us to go off and get stuff, basically. Which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Right, where are you going? Hassan, no! Why are you in here? I don't want you to come in here and start cooking. What the fuck? I mean, you're an incredible chef, but that's not why I wanted you in here. What are you doing? I'm having a boogie. This is not what I wanted. Just sweep this gubbins up. Come on. Just come in here and eat their food. Stop doing that. How dare you? You can't come and steal their food. What the hell? Just sweep this stuff. That's all I want you to do. Stop taking their food. Poor bastards. What are you doing? Just don't do that. I don't want you to do that, Gossman. Fuck off. Go over here. I just want someone to come and sweep this gubbins up. There's loads of crap in here. Where are you going? Going for a little boogie in the prison. That sounds about right. For fuck's sake. My non-inmates have just gone to troll the prisoners. They've put on their suits and gone for a day out in the prison. Goddamn. Alright. I just want them to sweep this crap up and then I can lock the prison up again. So what are you doing? Stop stealing their food. Oh, you going for a boogie as well? What the hell? Prison disco. One day there'll be a planet update. You can basically settle on a planet to take the hell out of it. I doubt it, Frankie. I can't see it, to be honest. Question, is the auto-wrangle bug somewhat how my one room gets cramped, but they don't take hatches to other rooms except when they take from incubator? No, they should do, John. Check all your priorities, buddy. Check your priorities on your, you know, your posts, if you like. You know, like your feeding, not feeding stations, what they're called. Your critter drop-offs. Check your priorities on them. It could be something to do with that. Right, are both eggs in here now? Yeah. Let's dump them out, just so we don't lose those, for starters. And then we can expand this up, and then I'll probably have like a sweeper arm. I need to get my regolith in here somehow, so it's probably going to be a dropper system. But I've not even got any sweepers on the surface yet. I just wanted to get some of these eggs collected. I've got one wild boy still around here somewhere. Maybe 2 wild ones. I don't know where they've gone. Oh, there's one. So that's my little baby, because it's got a pasty face. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, maybe that's my other one. Oh no, there he is. So this one's going to die soon. This one will just leave for now. That is fine. Some bastard's stolen their food again. My prisoners have no eats. For fuck's sake. People keep stealing their food. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I just want them to sweep this crap and get out of here. Have I not put Atmo suits in storage, maybe? I think they should be. Clothing. No, that'll be why. And what else is left in here? Lime. I kind of want all my lime stored up here, I guess. So let's bang a compactor in here for lime. Let's do that. So we are making a little bit of steel now. They've got access to that lime again, which is good. I'm going to need to make one of these a high priority on fossil. So we will empty you. Change it to fossil. Don't you dare take their food. What are you doing? You're doing a sweep. That's good. And then you can be consumable or lime with an 8. Very good. Okay. And we'll seal this up again in a second. They're all going to die, poor guys. Nah. I can always let them out for a little bit of food here and there. I just don't really want to at the minute. I like how the other dupes keep coming into the prison to dance. I know. They're trolling my prisoners, that's what it is. So if main room priority is higher than other, they drop it in there, nevertheless it exceeds room limit. No. They'll only keep doing auto wrangle in this place as long as it's more than 8 critters, right? So I have my main room at a priority 8, and then where I want them to be dumped to is like a priority 7, for example. But I don't have that up here. I'll show you with my slicksters. With my slicksters, I've got my one up here, 8 critters in the room, priority 8, and then down here I have another drop-off point, which is basically for dumping additional ones. So that doesn't need to be on a priority 8, that could be on a priority 7, it doesn't really matter. Likewise, this is on an 8. So that's how I do it. Don't know if that's the right way of doing it, but that's how I do it. And then it just keeps you the right number of critters, apart from if you get an egg in here. So I've probably got an egg in here at the minute, yeah. And I've lost one in here by the looks of it. But that's fine. Too far. How's it going, buddy? You can use the not pathing liquids to make a big U that they can't get out of. Well, they can't get out of metal tiles anyway, Max. This liquid airlock on the right is very weird. Which liquid airlock? Oh, this one here? Yeah, this is the new Visco gel. It's a new material we've got to play with, which is kind of cool. Seashell, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What the hell is that? Visco gel. This is a combination of naphtha and Visco gel. Visco gel is a new space age material we can make, and it basically stacks up like naphtha does, which means that we can build these little too-high airlocks now. And in fact, I'm probably going to redo all the airlocks in the base, including this one up here, and we can possibly squeeze in a few more mushrooms and stuff and tidy this up a little bit. There's a very nice little airlock we can do now. I'm probably going to do that in a minute, actually, before we do anything else. Just gets nice and tidy. But we'll need to mix up some fluorine and stuff. We'll need some more super coolant, probably. Although I think I've actually got quite a lot of super coolant kicking around at the minute. Hello, little friend. How are you? Right. Let's go back to putting our steel up here, because I think this is where we're going to want it more than not. I think it's a raw metal steel, isn't it? So let's bang all that up here with an 8. And then we'll look at building the next rocket, which is going to go there, I think. Okay. So yeah, we're running out of food in our prison, unfortunately. So I'll tell you what the best thing I can do right now is, instead of fanning about waiting on steel, let me get this room sorted. Then we can start consuming a bit of water and actually warming up our pinch peppers a little bit, which will be lovely. So I need to do this a little bit urgently, otherwise my inmates are going to die. So we'll get rid of all this crap. We'll get rid of you and you and you. We'll leave this pumping because I think that's fine where it is. And I'm probably going to rip out all this wiring. I want all this gone, I think. Because I think we're going to end up using this wire for more rocketry stuff, because this wire is pretty tapped already, so... Or not, it's not tapped. I can go up to 20 kilowatts on this, but I won't be able to deliver 20 kilowatts, so I'll probably use it for something else. And then I do have a wire spare over here. So I think what I will do is knock off you. Like so. And connect this one up instead. I'm going to need to put some more auto sweeps in here as well, so this kind of needs its own circuit. And now just to explain what I was talking about earlier, I don't know if this will be a good time to show you, but we can probably, if we pan around, we can see the problem I was talking about at the start of the stream. So there is a problem with bunker doors at the minute, guys. This is the problem that's plaguing me at the minute. It's why we've got so much damage on the surface. So these doors are all on the same automation wire, alright? These doors up to the midpoint are all on the same wire. These doors over here are on their own circuit. They're doing their own thing. But these ones are connected by the same automation wire all the way across. There's no break in the wire, it's all the same. Now, if you look, our doors have started opening over here. And they're opening at different degrees. So these are like 2/3 of the way open. These are like just below that. These haven't opened at all. So basically they open at different speeds, and it depends on what you're looking at. It depends on what's visible on your screen. So like I've been looking around here before, I was doing some work around here, which means this stuff nearby started opening, like up to here. Right? So it kind of makes sense when you think about it. If I'm looking at this part of the map, this stuff has started working. This stuff hasn't. So these, again, they're all on the same automation wire. They all should open at the same time. They've all got plenty and plenty of power. They've all got power for days. Doesn't make sense. So that's what's fucking us up. That's what's getting us this damage here. And it's kind of why I've not bothered putting in glass yet, because it's just going to get smashed. Glass meteors will just pass straight through glass, so it's a bit of an issue. Labrador, how's it going, buddy? Sorry, I didn't see you come in, mate. How's it going? Are you auto-feeding those mushrooms? No. That's a neat airlock. Is it intended to work like that? Yeah. Yeah, it's intended how it's meant to be. Yeah, they are inmates coin, yeah. Ramsey, how are you, buddy? Someone is a bit early today. Nope, 4 PM start on a Sunday. Always, mate. That is the new schedule. It was 12 o'clock. It's now up to 4 o'clock. 4 PM start. But how are you, bud? You've not missed much. You've only been going a little bit. What about different automation wire? Different material, do you mean? Doesn't make a blind bit of difference. These are built out. Some of this is built out of tungsten. Some of it's built out of iron. It doesn't make a blind bit of difference. I've done a bit of tinkering with it and debugging it. There's no way of fixing it that I can find. It's really, really annoying. I don't know what other people's workaround is because I've not really had a look at what other people are doing to fix it. But I think most people that have basically capped off the entirety of space but have tried to open it with doors, they're finding the same problem. So it just sucks. It's just a derpy bug. I'm hoping it'll get patched at some point, but who knows? Who really knows? So, enough about that. Let's bang in a couple of electrolyzers up here. I think I'm only going to want 2, honestly. I'm not going to do anything fancy with the plumbing or anything. We don't need it. So you can just be connected to there. And then I'll need to have, like, probably three or 4 pumps at the bottom. And that'll all fit on one wire. Meant if they're in different automation. No, it doesn't seem to matter. These ones over here are on a totally separate, exact same automation signal, and exact same scanner network. But yeah, it doesn't seem to matter. I might have to move this over a little bit. In fairness, I might need to rejig this a little bit because these bunker doors now are sort of cocking me up a little bit. I could always make the tubes a little bit narrower, I suppose. But yeah, my scan quality isn't what it once was. Partly because a lot of these are busted at the minute. Oh, yeah. Space is just a bit of a clusterfuck at the minute. It's a great idea, and I really like the idea. I like the jetpacks, and I like all the possibilities of the cosmic biome, but in practice, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. I do love the rockets. I think the rewards are bad for launching them. For how much effort has to go into launching them. But saying that, we'll soon have Gassy moves, which is quite cool. So, well enough, finally enjoying a relaxing Sunday. Nice. How about yourself, Life? How's everyone else doing? I've had a very lazy day, to be honest, mate. I've had a bit of a lazy day. I had a late one last night. Lazy day today. Big old dinner. Pint of coffee. Do all your dupes have personal exosuits? Yeah. Got enough exosuits for every dupe in the colony, apart from our inmates. Our inmates don't get shit. They just have the birthday suit they were born in, and a hat. That's it. A series of hats. But they're very happy. My inmates are the least stressed people in the colony. My inmates are literally all at 0% stress because they're sat in beautiful decor constantly. So they're very, very happy. My inmates are loving it. It's like Butlins. It's not a prison. It's a holiday resort. They don't know of the outside world. I do let them out every now and again. I'll probably have to let them out soon if we keep if food supplies stay low. Yeah, food supplies are too low in there at the minute. Do shipping rails combine and split like water pipes? They do, as in risk, yeah. As in you can split it with bridges, you mean? Yeah. Alright, so yeah, this needs to be done now. I'm hoping they've redone this wiring, or most of it. So now we can use this wire over here, which will be enough for, let's see, 480 watts. I think this should be fine. So that'll be 480, it's 960. Let's see, how many pumps? I technically want 4 pumps in here, so I might just do 3 on the bottom. I think that'll be fine. And then we'll just merge all their feeds. Yeah, so something like bang, bang, bang would be fine. I'm not going to cool any of this. I'm just going to literally smash it all out. However, it should be okay. How'd you get the space cows? You need to go to one of these planets that has gassy moves, GG. So you need to get gassy moves and gas grass seeds. Now, as far as I can see so far, I've not tested them for the full 70 cycles of their lifespan. But as far as I can see so far, gassy moves don't seem to lay eggs, from what I've seen. They have a 75 cycle life cycle, and I think they need to just be, you know, more of them need to be gathered when you come to run out. Right, I'm going to put a couple of these on cooking. What have we actually got? We've got shitloads of meat. Fried mushrooms. We've got 22 mushrooms left. Our food's running out, guys. Bastard. I need more pinch pepper nuts. The whole point of this prison, by the way, one of the main points was getting the pinch pepper nuts up and running for the rest of the colony. But I've not managed to do it yet. Which means that we're dwindling on food that we can cook. I can switch to frost buns and make a shitload of frost buns, but it's not ideal. I mean, we've got 3,000 sleet wheat, so it's not exactly a problem, but let's do that. Let's get a load of frost buns made for a bit of a buffer. They are cows, put two of them together. It doesn't work. They're all cows, that's the problem, there's no bulls. What is that oxygen generator for? That oxygen generator is going to be to supply my liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen. We've made a shit ton of liquid hydrogen, and this is like my buffer tank since the start of the game. And we still do have a lot of hydrogen in here. We've got a fair few tons of hydrogen. But I want to keep it. I want this to be used for the base. I don't want to just piss this into space. So I'm just setting up a couple of electrolyzers up here. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I want to make a feed of water that's running through this room, which sounds kind of dumb, but I'm heating up my pinch of pepper room that way rather than heating up the water. It's kind of twofold. It means that I can supply my liquid oxygen maker and liquid hydrogen maker with some gases, and also use up a bit of the excess water that I've got. That's basically why I'm doing this. So it's a little bit counterintuitive, but we can, so I am. I want all this to be done. Stat. Yeah, you can't breathe them. Yeah, that's what I figured. How'd you bring them back? Do you squeeze them into cargo holds? No, you build biological bays. We're going to do it shortly, GG. I need to grind more steel at the minute. That's the problem I've got. I don't have enough steel. Let's see what we can actually get built here. In fact, we can probably do the rest of the modules now. It's these biological bays that start hurting. These are 1,000 steel each, and I want to build 2 of them, so it's a little bit of a bastard. I'm thinking I'm going to make this a bit of a bigger rocket. If we knock you off... Oh shit, we've still got these full of stuff. Let's knock one of you off. And should be able to do the same sort of rocket with this one. Hold on. Let me just check my browser thing. 2 cargo bays. Oh, it's 2 liquid fuel tanks. Okay. Let's do the same thing then. So we'll need to move. Yeah, this is filled. I don't remember filling this back up. I don't remember filling this back up. Oh well. I'm going to dump all this liquid oxygen out. And I'm going to try and get it swept. Sweep, sweep, sweep. I'm going to deconstruct this as well. Okay. So then, these need to be removed. And this needs to be removed. And then we'll get some power in here. So this is going to be like 960. We can run this off this circuit. I'm probably going to need to bring another wire down here. Which will mean rejiggling all this up here a little bit. I'm going to need another wire for when I want like a few pumps. And I'm going to need a pump up here for my Gassy moves and a few other bits and bobs. So we will do that. We'll do that in a minute. For now, I'm just going to branch this wire straight over to there. Which should be fine. So, everything's 9 at the minute. I need to get this up and running, otherwise my inmates are going to start starving. I don't really want to have to let them out of the colony, because I'm a mean overlord. I brought this floor up a little bit. Sorry guys, I'm just thinking how I want to do this. If I brought this floor up a little bit, then my floor would technically be there. And then I could probably squeeze in a little place for my reservoirs to go directly underneath it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So we'll just rip these pumps out before I build any more gubbins here. And we'll move them a little bit higher. Alright, so now that that's gone, I could really do with somebody sweeping up this liquid oxygen before it explodes. Yeah, we'll just dump it to the base. That will be lovely. So let's just drop all this to an 8 for the moment. So hopefully they come and do this sweeping. Have you played the new expansion on City Skylines? Not yet, never before. Not yet, buddy. Is that any good? Would you recommend it? Is it a good one? I've not played City Skylines for ages, to be honest. Oh no, where's my liquid oxygen gone? Did they pick it up? Oh, there it is. Somebody needs to collect this now! Come on! Go, go, go! Jan, if you have a look at my Oni tips, thank you by the way, Prior. If you have a look in the Oni tips section, I did a video about 2 or 3 days ago on how to make liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. So I reckon it'll help you a lot. Oh god, which way are you going? How much are you actually carrying? Oh, 200 kilos. Okay, this should be quite nice. A big old spurt of oxygen all being well. Oh no! He's dropped it! No! No! Oh. Oh, darn. Sweep! Sweep this up! It's getting liquid oxygen everywhere again. What's this? Water. No! Fucking liquid oxygen. Get everywhere. Alright. Fuck! Yeah, I need a few more, I need like this sort of setup here as well. Because, we're gonna keep getting our ladders smashed and it's really fucking annoying. It is really annoying. So, a few more of these little jutting little bits stops that happening. I've done it in my other game and it works perfect. So, we just need a bit more steel, really. Lifegrow, why did you increase the number of inmates in your colony to 25? It was 26, Labrador. So we had like 18 normal dupes that are running around in exosuits and stuff. And then we lost one to the space bug, which cocked us up a little bit. So yeah, we did have 18 plus 8 inmates, which was 26, which I quite liked. But unfortunately, space cooked us a little bit. What would you like to see added in this game? Added in this game, it's a question I get asked quite a bit. I would like more diverse biomes. I would like more biomes added to the game. Oh, my oxygen just boiled. We also have a shovel down here now, which is incredible. I'd like more biomes to be added, more critters, and ideally the ability to go to different places. I just don't think it's ever going to get added in the game, unfortunately. But it'd be nice if it did. Where did that oxygen go? Oh, they did dump it out. Lovely. At least we dumped that out here. Nice bit of cooling, just to dissipate. Lovely. Oh, and we still got the oxylite over here. We should dump that out as well. Do free oxylite. Bubble away. Knock yourselves out. Oh no! This guy's stuck. Oh, and he's 92. Oh, poor little babby. Poor little babby. He's stuck. Oh, Jesus, what's the lag? Best way to make plastic. Polymer presses. Polymer presses, a couple of Weezewater to be enough to cool that. Doesn't take much. How do you use chlorine? Chlorine's really handy late game. Donate. It's really handy for farming gassy moves, actually. We need to make liquid chlorine to feed them. Spacebug, Starship Troopers was right, yes. Starship Troopers was one of my guilty pleasures from when I was a kid. Fizz. Does everybody remember Fizz? Does everyone remember the bit in Starship Troopers where Fizz gets a single boob out? We've all seen Fizz's boobs. Is it Fizz? Is that her name? I'm thinking it's her name. I'm thinking it's Fizz. It might not be. Am I thinking of the same film? Jesus. We've all perved a little bit, guys. Come on. Let's get rid of this, and then we're gonna put like a little gantry in here. We could maybe get 2 reservoirs. That'd be nice. Ardukon, I don't know what you're doing. Can you speak English, please? Okay. I guess not. Yeah, I've heard that too far. I've heard that, buddy. Need the ability to make our colonists dab. Had to step away from Oni, the lag is too bad, yeah. Where have you used the new materials that's been added to the game? I've used a bit of supercoolant in a few different places, Labada. Supercoolant's really good. And we've started using thermium in quite a few places as well. Thermium for the insulated properties and also for its temperature transference properties. So yeah, we've got like supercoolant in our pipes down here. We've got a little bit of visco gel made around the base. And yeah, we've used thermium for quite a few of our aqua tuners and stuff as well. I'd say I'm probably going to redo all these liquid locks at some point, or the gas locks that we've got in the base at the minute, which are kind of old, we should replace. I'm going to replace all those as well. So it's this stuff here, it stacks up. Our geysers continue to bug, by the way, guys. So I noticed earlier we're up to, if we look at oxygen, it was getting up to like silly amounts per tile before. So we're probably going to have to break this. I don't want to, but I think we have to. Marie, stop doing that. What are you doing?